At Berg's Disc Sports, we prioritize comfort, durability, functionality, value, and style. And you know we always have your back. Hey, what is up, disc golfers? Today on Iceberg TV, we'll be talking about the Simon Lizotte effect. Does it exist? I have a few different data sets here. I've come to my own conclusions, but after I go over all the data with you guys, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. Now, before we get into the video, if you could just please hit the like button, I would really appreciate it, and subscribe to my channel. So the first thing I have pulled up here is Google Trends. I have two different charts here. I have the MVP sports search term over the last 12 months versus Discmania. And we can see that Discmania being the red line, Discmania actually still gets more searches on Google. And this was something that surprised me. I thought MVP disc sports as a topic would get drastically more searches than Discmania, but this isn't actually true. And this is where Simon announced he was leaving Discmania and moving to MVP. And you can see they had a big spike here. But Discmania, according to Google Trends, on Google is still getting more searches on the web, which I thought was a little surprising. So I wanted to dig a little bit deeper. So I pulled up here MVP Disc Sports versus Discmania versus Simon Lizotte. But now I have it set to as a YouTube search worldwide over the last 12 months. So if you're using Google as a platform and you're using data from Google, it would appear that Discmania is still more popular than MVP. So it's kind of Discmania 1, MVP 0, and this would make me believe that the Simon Lizotte effect does not exist. But when we move over into YouTube, so if you're someone who prioritizes YouTube search results and popularity on YouTube, if you compare on YouTube, Simon Lizotte has always been more popular than Discmania and MVP on YouTube, and this is where he left Discmania. A ridiculous spike, Simon Lizotte being almost 10 times more popular, and then you can also see MVP catching right up to Discmania here and briefly being more popular on YouTube. But you can see at this point on YouTube, Simon Lizotte is bigger than both brands, and in some case scenarios, he's bigger than both brands combined. So then you're like, okay, the Simon Lizotte effect does exist. The score is MVP 1, Discmania 1. And so I moved on here. I have the most recent sales report from Infinite Discs here. And I just wanted to see how many Discmania molds are here, how many MVP and Axiom molds are here. Because right now we have a tie ball game. And I want to know, does the Simon Lizotte effect exist? So if we look right on top here, we have the Neutron Soft glitch and then the R2 glitch. And I think this is a direct reflection of the Simon Lizotte effect. Everyone knows that Simon loves the glitch. And once Simon started throwing them, they absolutely blew up. We also have the Hex, the Prism Plasma Hex here up there. And the only Discmania disc that's inside the top 10 is the Rainmaker. And then if you look way farther down, we have the FD. But I think this is another point for Simon Lizotte and MVP, so I will call it the score is Simon and MVP 2, Discmania 1, because we have these Color Glow D-Line Rainmakers. Obviously, Eagle McMahon is still a huge name in the sport, but right now I don't think he's anywhere close to the popularity of Simon Lizotte. And then we have one other chart here. I love that Infinite publishes this data. And you can see we have Innova, Discraft, Clash, Discmania, Trilogy, Clash doing surprisingly well, TSA killing it, and then Axiom and MVP doing more than twice as much sales volume. Probably a large portion of this is the glitches, the Lizottles, all this MVP and Axiom stuff, but MVP and Axiom absolutely killing it. That is going to be another point for Simon and MVP. So at the end of the day, I assume that Simon, the Simon Lizotte effect is a real thing, and Simon is having a measurable and ridiculous impact on the MVP and Axiom sales. And although if you look at the Google search results, this may not be what actually sells discs, and this may not actually be a data set that truly matters, because this is where most of the advertising happens, is on YouTube. And Simon Lizotte has been killing it for a long time. He's showing off his skill set, and people are going and buying discs. And this is just from Infinite Discs. This doesn't include any of the MVP sales from any other brand. But Infinite is where I always used to go when I was buying discs frequently. So I trust their data sets and I trust their sales numbers because I feel like a lot of people shop there. So then I was like, okay, is Simon Lizotte the most popular disc golf YouTube channel? This is almost another tangent in and of itself, but I also found this very interesting because Simon's numbers are incredible right now. He got on YouTube trending, I believe, 2 times. I know for sure 1 time. And I think disc golf's been on trending 1 or 2 times in the history of the sport. But Simon Lizotte leaving Discmania got on YouTube trending, which was absolutely incredible. Simon sitting at 184,000 subscribers, absolutely killing it. All of his videos getting hundreds of thousands of views, 300,000 views, 200,000, just absolutely killing it on YouTube, and people can't get enough of Simon Lizotte. I wanted to compare him to Jomez Pro, sitting at 427,000 subscribers. Jomez getting similar view counts, but it would appear that they're not getting quite as many views as Simon Lizotte. So then I was like, wow, is Simon Lizotte the best performing disc golf YouTube channel? So I went over to Social Blade and compared the 2 channels. We have total video views and subscribers between the 2 channels, the red line being Jomez Pro and the blue line being Simon Lizotte. And I just wanted to do a brief comparison here, and it does look like Jomez Pro is still growing faster than Simon Lizotte. And this surprised me because based on the amount of views, I think maybe Simon could do a better job doing call to actions, and maybe he'd be gaining more subscriptions. But right now, Jomez Pro is absolutely killing it, and their channel seems to be growing a little bit faster than Simon's, which absolutely shocked me. Jomez Pro sitting at a massive number of views, 218 million views versus Simon's 32 million views. Jomez Pro still the top dog in the YouTube game. But I hope all this data was interesting to you guys. I just went down the rabbit hole of different data points and data sets trying to understand what the disc golf market is like. If you guys like this kind of content, I really enjoy making it. I like coming to my own opinions based on the facts. And the fact of the matter is, Simon Lizotte effect is real. Having Simon on your team, promoting your stuff will sell a ridiculous amount of discs and make you a lot of money. And then when you look into the YouTube game, Simon is bigger than MVP and Discmania combined, and it's not even close. But then when you compare Jomez Pro to Simon, Simon is a long ways away from being the #1 disc golf channel, and I think that's something that Simon could one day become. I think Simon could have a 1 million subscriber channel, but it might be a good idea for him to, in his videos, ask people to like the videos, comment, and subscribe a little bit more, and maybe we'll see him start closing this distance. Because with the amount of views and interactions he's getting, you think his channel would be growing a little bit faster than this. But I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. I find all this stuff really interesting. You are watching Iceberg TV. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Please like the video and comment your thoughts down below. And take care.